Now, I might be the only one who feels this way, but I don't think I am. It seems like Intrepid Studios has something to prove. They are moving like they have a personal vendetta. We just finished our third week of Alpha 2 testing. Right now, we're going into week 4. The November 8th testers just came in for those that bought a key. And yeah, it was lit, man. We got some crazy patch notes last week. We got some crazy patch notes today, and there's more to come. So let's talk about it. I know my last few videos covering the weekend testing have been starting off the same, but guess what? It's gonna start off the same again this week. Yes, for the third week in a row, we got another DDoS attack, or should I say DDoS attack. At this point, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's just getting old. Whoever is doing this is either clearly a bum, right? Or they really have it out for Intrepid. And I mean, for good reason, dude. It's not often that a game launches in an alpha state and has the support of many backing it. Usually, in our current society, when something like this launches, there's a lot of negative press behind it. But there really hasn't been anything like that going on with Ashes. So I mean, it could be jealousy, it could be hate, it could be whatever it may. But I mean, you know what they say, if you don't got haters, you ain't popping. So to my homies at Intrepid dealing with this, you're probably gonna have to deal with it again this weekend. But just know, y'all popping. Look, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. With the way the first week went, with a new wave of people coming in this past Friday on November 8th, I for sure thought we were gonna be sitting in queues for at least an hour. But I was wrong. I literally logged in, not even lying to you, I logged in, clicked my character, and I'm preparing for a wait time, and I get right in. So this is what amazes me about everything that Intrepid is doing. Not even 2 weeks ago, right? We are queue lines, the numbers not showing correctly. Last week, the queues were much better, much better. There were a few queue times here and there, right? A few disconnects. This week, there was almost none of that. I think I might have disconnected once, maybe twice, right? So I really don't know how they're doing it. This has to be some sort of witchcraft, but I love the pace that they are on, honestly. Why this really excites me though is because, and I know I might be getting ahead of myself, but if they can figure these things out now with thousands and thousands and thousands of players, how is this gonna be on release? Now, I'm not coped out enough to say, oh, we won't have any queue line at all. No, it's not that I think that, but I don't know, man. They got a couple of super geniuses on their team. They got Lex Luthor, they got the Joker, they got a ton of people, man. So if we can keep implementing upon the good things that are happening right now during the Alpha 2 testing time, then again, we're gonna be set up for a much better place when it comes to release. I mean, shoot, we don't even have to go out that far. Let's just think phase 2, phase 3. All right, man. So for those of you out there who are like, hey Q, you know what, you're just a white knight, you just love Ashes. Okay, let's get this straight. First of all, it would be a black knight, okay? That shows you how much you know. Second of all, I have a major problem with Ashes of Creation. The gear drops are actually ridiculous. Steven, we need to get this changed. Call me, let's work this out. My people will call your people, whatever. Let's just do what we can to figure this out. All jokes aside, man, I love and I hate the drop rates. Let me explain. As a player, I hate the drop rates, right? You kill your 20th, 30th, 40th mob and you're not getting something. And when you eventually get something that drops and you can roll on it, you lose the roll. This happened to me this entire weekend. I saw at least 4 to 6 blues, right? Rolled on each of them, lost every single time. And yo, it's the same people that were winning the rolls. So I mean, I don't know, man, someone's cheating. It's not me because I'm level 17 and I ain't even got no gear yet, right? So I hate it for that reason. But let me say this, as someone who appreciates what Ashes of Creation is trying to do, I respect them so much for protecting the integrity of their game. When you make decisions like this, if the player is in love or they're enjoying what they're playing, they're going to keep coming back over and over and over, which gives a purpose to the grind. You know you cannot just get everything. And I love that about it, because if I got everything, I'd be complaining. We all would be complaining. It's too easy, yada, yada, yada. But are we really gamers if we don't complain about us not getting the drops? You guys get what I'm saying. This was probably one of the biggest pieces of news that we got this past testing weekend. So, for those of you who have been waiting to play Ashes of Creation Alpha 2 during Phase 2, which starts December 20th, you'll either be happy or disappointed to hear that there will be a wipe. What this means is everything that we have currently, all of our characters, gear, mounts, node, that is all getting wiped. Steven went to chat with Pirate Software and he confirmed it there, man. So I would say take this time to stop rushing yourself to do the things that you were trying to get done. I know we're on crunch time because of the weekend testing, but since it's getting wiped, just go have fun. And obviously we can all say that, but no, seriously, like, go have fun. Go look for some mounts. Go attack that high level mob that you wanted to attack that's 20 levels over you. Go do all of those things, because come December 20th, we're all starting at level 1 again. Now, I think this has its pros and its cons, but I'm gonna be honest with you, this is an alpha, so it doesn't necessarily make sense to have an entire wave of new players coming in to an already established world. We might as well wipe it, especially if we're going to be getting the rogue, which is huge, right? Some people that are already spec'd into fighter, I know a lot of fighters right now that are just waiting for rogue. So just wipe everything. Let these new players also be a part of that node process. Let them be a part of that grinding process from level 1 to 25 with everyone else, right? And most importantly, let them get in at the same time as everyone else to make a name for themselves. I think too, since we're gonna have new content to explore, right? And we're gonna have a ton of new people, it's gonna be a lot more fun for us anyway. MMOs are always fun when we're playing together, right? So if we're all doing that at the same time, we're gonna have a good time. Speaking of having a good time, corruption has been tuned pretty heavily, and then the patch notes we got today were in effect because of what Asmongold went through this past weekend. So the two biggest takeaways from the patch notes from the PTR a few days ago were these two right here. Corrupted players will no longer be able to unequip equipment. Corrupted players will no longer be able to trade. Now, I think these are some solid changes. I think we need to increase the risk for people who are becoming corrupted, because I don't think people are taking this as serious as they should be. Or, okay, I shouldn't say that, but I don't think it's where Intrepid wants it to be just yet. I think they want to fear people into not killing people over and over and over. I don't think they care about someone getting PK'd once or twice, right? That's going to happen, but they do care about the integrity of their game. So they don't want people dying over and over and over, which is why this system exists in the first place. Asmongold was playing over the weekend, and I'm sure, as you assume, he continued to keep getting killed over and over and over. Now, these are the people that need to have that corruption implemented upon them to the max. They even added a new patch note in today because of what he was going through. Check it out. To help new characters, we've added an opt-in into PvP safety option. This is available to non-combatants that are level 5 or lower in the starting areas. I've been seeing a few different takes on this, and I'm gonna sit here and say my piece. I think it's genius. Why do I think it's genius? Because I'm a Care Bear? No, not at all. I think that if people are coming into your world that always has PvP on, you are eventually going to get some people who just want to kill these lower level players. That's just how it's gonna go. They don't care what the risks are. People just enjoy making people have a bad time, honestly. So if these new characters can get in and level up to level 5 and they know they have a warning, it's all plastered all over the screen. Look, at level 5, you're getting launched into the real world and you need to be ready for battle. I think that's great. But if they're able to get killed right away, that's just gonna ruin their experience. And in turn, it's gonna hurt Ashes of Creation in the long run. So remember at the beginning of the video when I said I don't know what Intrepid is on, but it seems like they have something to prove? They just dropped another patch note as of last night, November 14th, regarding corruption. Check this out. Looting another non-corrupted player corpses will now flag you as a combatant. The looting window has been updated to make the potentially dangerous action more clear. Added a 1-minute PvP protection option for characters resurrecting at an Ember Spring. Guards will now attack characters flagged for PvP. This includes both combatant, purple, and corrupted, red characters. So this goes back to what I was saying about that fear aspect for corruption. Again, I think there are going to be certain times where it's unavoidable, and I think they think that's okay, but I really think they're trying to protect those players like Asmongold. Not saying they're trying to protect big streamers, but they're trying to protect everyone in terms of getting ganked or being bullied. And I think that's okay. I don't think this is gonna result in Ashes of Creation becoming something that we don't want or it becoming unrecognizable from its original goal, but I think things are just gonna continue to change over time as you test, and that's just how it goes. And that was week 3, man. So let's see what week 4 has in store for us in a few days. All right. So, yo, man, your boy is level 17. If we didn't miss that first weekend, we'd be 20 plus by now, but it's all good. Servers are getting wet, but your boy's still gonna aim to hit level 25. Yo, if you're looking for a guild, come rock out with Memorandum, man. Go and apply. If you haven't created an Ashes of Creation account yet, feel free to use my link in the description. If you want to stay up to date with me, feel free to follow me on X and Twitch, where I'll be streaming all this weekend. All right? So I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.